What is up, everybody? We are back at it again. We are going to go over some footage from Giancarlo at this most recent March Madness. So, 2026 March Madness at LIPSA. We have a bunch of stages we can look at. I don't know if he recorded all of them, but we're going to go through them little by little. These are all extremely short, so I'm going to do all 10 right here. So, it shouldn't be too long, but let's get them all done. So first stage, first stage, let's watch it, and then we will break it down. This is one of the last stages we did. As a matter of fact, I think it's in reverse order. So this is one of the last. I think this is the last stage we actually shot.
Bye.
All right, so off the bat, this is super easy. This is a stage actually where your starting position doesn't matter. So although it's not symmetrical on each side, it allows you this short little stage allowed you to start whether on the left or right. So it didn't matter. It's just, which way you're going to traverse after you finish shooting the paper or some of the steel, because as you can see, you have to lean to shoot the steel, and there's 4 more after this. So he would have to shoot the 4 steel from the right side and engage the paper. So it didn't really matter. I think I also I started on the right side and then traversed left because I'm, pushing off with my right. I'm a little more explosive going left, pushing off with my right. Carla opted to go the other way. It doesn't really matter. I don't think that's going to slow you down tremendously. It might make a difference of a 10th on a hit factor. So super short stage, came in, did a really good job. So his gun was pointed in the general direction. Obviously, he was blocked by the barrier or the barrels in this case. So he couldn't like pre-aim the target exactly, but his gun was pointed in the general direction. Hit the paper, cleaned up the steel, and that's the stage. And it really wasn't anything crazy. He did a good job. I don't think you could do bad on the stage. Unless you leave a steel standing. So great on Giancarlo. He did great that stage. I don't think it was too hard. Let's go to the next one.
Are you ready?
Oh, this is a new classifier, 25 series classifier. I think it's 2503. But anyways, it's 2 shooting boxes, and you have to get to the next shooting box. I think you were able to only start on where he's standing.
Stand
so
by.
You engage all the paper. I will say that he could have picked up time if he didn't stop right here, and I get why he's stopping. You want to get your hits on a classifier either way, but he should have tried to keep moving and not necessarily just stop and lose all his momentum. And then, he got momentum outside the box. So, it's not too bad. I mean, he definitely could have did a little better there, but, needless to say, it's why we dry fire and why we go to the range. Next stage. This is super
Are
easy.
you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
So he drew on steel. This is the activator steel right here. So this activates the swinger. He did a little missing. And then came back and finished up with the activator. To be honest with you, I don't think you could do the stage any better. Like I said, these are all short stages. There's not really much too wrong with them. He did a really good job here, I can tell you that.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Woo!
So we were gonna meme this from the water boy, sound like a big choo-choo train. I still got to do that and post it on the Instagram because I think it's great. But needless to say, I think he actually finished 2nd or 3rd on this stage in carry optics, which is really, really good for him. He hasn't really shot since November-ish, I think. So him to not shoot in that time span, just being busy, could come out and kill it in carry optics is really, really good. He did phenomenal. I think he shot 77%, which is low A class, but needless to say, it's still A class. I shot like shit, guys. Next event, I'm going to try to get you guys some really good footage. I cleaned my gun, fixed my gun, and we should be good for the next event. I don't think I'm going to run a 3-port comp. I think I'm going to run my ported setup and see how well I do. Although the gun's not really going to make the difference, it will be me that will be making the difference. I've done some significant dry fire. Should be doing well. Should get you guys some good footage.
Are you ready?
Aiming to probably finish. I would like to shoot 80. I'm going to go for 80%-ish and higher. See how I do though. But this was, I think this is like the second.
Stand by.
So, unlike me, he didn't forget to reload, and he did a really good job except missing on steel. So he drew on the no-shoot, came in. He actually engaged the paper targets properly to where he could start moving while he's engaged here, take another step towards where you need to be in the end. Got the mag out, cleaned up. Missed the second steel target, had the fire remake, and then came over on the partial and cleaned that up, and that's the stage. I don't think he could have did anything better besides not missing. I mean, he did this stage phenomenally, so there's really nothing there to learn from.
Are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
Once again, he cleaned this stage up flawlessly, did everything he needed to do.
Are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
I mean, there's really nothing else. There's no movement in this, but it was all shooting skill, so really nothing there. Let's see, we'll go to the next one. This is also another classifier. This is another 25 series.
Fuck.
So you heard him say fuck because he knew exactly that he messed up. He paused right there, and he should have kept moving or just shot. I wouldn't say shoot slower, but moved slower. In this case, he didn't move at all. He should have stayed moving and then really got his shots in there instead of pausing. But needless to say, he got where he needed to do. And he finished it off with these last papers. He was a little hesitant to get the shots off immediately. See if No, he didn't pre-aim the target, and that's why it took him a split second. So, I mean, one thing you can learn here is when you're able to pre-aim the target, you should definitely pre-aim your target. He got there. He pre-aimed late, assuming that in his head he was thinking about his mental screw-up and wasn't really in the mindset of getting his gun pre-aimed, but you probably have to ask him that. Maybe he can comment. So, I'd say the only thing he did bad was not pre-aiming the paper like you're supposed to. I think Mark did a really good job at doing that.
Yep. Stand by.
So one thing I will say here, although this is a pretty straightforward stage and there's really nothing, I would say his transition from paper to steel was a bit slow. It could have been a little faster. And then his transition from, I think, steel to paper was also could have been a little faster. I think he hesitated to get the shots off. Doesn't want to shoot the no shoot. Get it.
Clear, hammer down.
I got to confirm your dot there, but needless to say, I think his transition to steel was a little slow. It could have been a little better, but flawless again. Giancarlo shot really well at March Madness. And see if he can be
Are you ready?
at the next match.
Stand by.
So we had a little hezzy there. We talk about this all the time. Just too much hand tension and trying to rush to the next target. So I potentially had a drag off. I'm not really too sure about that. But, getting that trigger freeze is from too much hand tension in your hand. Came in, made his shots on steel. That's the only bad thing. He just had a little bit too much hand tension. Could have took the steel a little faster. So next, this is
sorry. No, I get it.
Yeah, so that was it. This video is, I think, this stage right here, but in third person. So, Giancarlo did really well. There's not much he could improve on, I would say, but besides the hits that he got, maybe the actual performance of shooting more A's. I think he had 98 shot or 100. Not exactly sure, but I know he finished the day at 77%, which is really, really good for him to not have shot in the time that he shot. So I'm going to try to get you guys a lot more footage at the next event. The next event should be April 19th, and we should have some footage from that week. We will finally be able to get some Joseph footage of him shooting, because last year he was just having a lot of problems with his gun. We have figured that out. We have put a brand new extractor in his gun and a proper spring and a new slide, and we got the gun working. So he should be able to get some footage from Joe. You guys have never seen Joe shoot. I think maybe one time you got to see Joe shoot, and that's about it. So this will be Joe's first full season with a working gun. So I'm really looking forward to how well he does. And then you're going to get to see the three of us on some real stages, not these little short guys where it's pretty straightforward, where there's really not much knowledge to be learned or not much educational use. The next match should have a lot of educational stuff in it, as the stages will be much, much longer. I can probably guarantee that. And then in May, we have our level 2 match, Battle at the Beach. That's going to be a 12-stage match, and those stages are pretty long and pretty complicated. So that's all I got for you guys today. I look forward to doing this. I don't think we're going to have anything next week, actually. I believe the next time we will have some footage is after the match. So unless I could pull up some old footage and find some old footage somewhere, I think this is going to be the last one until the week of the 19th. I know, guys, I know we're trying to crank this stuff out as much as we can. It's just hard when the first match of the year was March Madness and they were all short stages. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys a lot of footage from March Madness, or find you guys some third-person footage of this match. And actually,
Sorry, no, I get it.
When he paused. So that little pause right there is what killed him from probably shooting A class, but shot B class instead. And had he just taken smaller baby steps and trying to reach this end quickly and then jettisoned right after that, he probably exploded, jettisoned. Probably would have been a little better, but needless to say, he didn't. Just learn. But that's all I got for you guys. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. We'll be doing stage breakdown on 4 different people. So enjoy your night, guys.